Okay, I think we're live now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly live town hall chat. My name is Fred Gattuso. Fred Gattuso for mayor. I am the Republican candidate in the 2018 election for the mayor race of Carteret, New Jersey. Hello to everybody watching out there. I think we'll wait a couple. I'm sorry, I'm a few minutes late there. Had to get something right. But hello everybody, hello everybody. We got the live stream going on the Facebook. We got the live stream going on the YouTube as well. We're dual streaming, and as usual, this will always be recorded back for playback, whatever you like. Tonight, we're going to touch on a few things first, but then we're going to switch it up a little bit tonight. Tonight's going to be more of an open forum, where I'm going to be answering questions from you guys tonight and gals. We're going to get, that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We like to change it just for this week, just for a little bit. But hello, Sam. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So we're going to get to all the comments and everything in a minute. It's been a very, very productive week, to say the least. We were out door knocking over the weekend. Hello, Sharon. Hello, everybody. We were out door knocking over the weekend, me and a few members of Team Carteret, and I'd like to extend my gratitude to them for coming out with me door knocking. I appreciate that tremendously because, like I said in the video, every single door counts, every knock counts, every vote counts. The responses that we were getting from the people over there in West Carteret were, again, very great. They were very receptive that somebody is running against the mayor. They were very appreciative of that they finally now knew. Because a lot of folks don't always watch the live chats, and honestly, without the live chats and me door knocking, there's no way that people would know that we were running for mayor, which we need to start getting them to know even more, that there's people are saying no audio. I test, microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Everybody, Jane, maybe you got to turn your volume up, or maybe exit the video and then come back, because folks over here are saying that everything is fine on our side. I wanted to try something real quick before we get too deep. Audio is good here. Okay. Somebody said if I hit this button here, it'll switch, and then you can see things reversed. Oh, no, I don't like that. That's not what we want. Okay, so the hell with it. Everything's going to be backwards. If you haven't shared this, folks, please share it. Tonight's going to be a good episode. I think every week's a good episode, regardless what others think. In the past few weeks, some folks have said maybe, well, actually, before I get to that, I want to get back to the door knocking. Yeah, I'm very appreciative of the folks who came door knocking with me this weekend, and audio not working for you. I'm going to suggest that you close the app and open it back up. Hello there, Andrew Joan, my love. I have folks here that are just tested it for me, and they say the audio is working fine. I don't know what the technical difficulty is on your folks' behalf. Like I said, maybe close it and then open back up into the video. How do I fix the audio? I'm trying to explain it to you, Tassie, but if you can't hear me, how do I tell you? Close. I don't know sign language that good. Regina Merritt just sent me a thumbs up. Thumbs up to Regina Merritt. Jane's finally gotten time to catch one. Audio's okay here. Okay, thank you for the confirmation on that. Back to the door knocking. Yeah, we knocked out a lot yesterday. It was hot. It was sweaty. And we got it done. Like I said, thank you to the two residents and team members of Team Carteret that came out with me. We had a good time talking to the residents. People were very receptive. People even gave us hot water, seeing how hard we were out there working and sweating, and we appreciate that. So thank you to my two brothers that came out there with me yesterday. And I hope, we made a hell of a team, by the way, to be honest with you, and I hope that us three can go out there door knocking. Actually, us four. It was four of us. It wasn't three of us. There was four. Thank you very much to the three members that came out with us. I don't know how I forgot there was four of us. I just actually woke up a few minutes ago, folks. It's been a long, long day. To the person who just texted me, if you're watching this, I will get back to you after that, after this message. I can't obviously text you right now. This week, folks, has been a roller coaster of information, to say the least. And there's things being processed. But trust me when I say, I think you folks would know by now that I'm a very open and honest person. I don't really keep anything from you folks at all. But with the information that's been coming to me in the past couple of weeks, I can't, and I have never touched on any of it in any of these broadcasts or spoken to any of it to anybody in the party or to anybody outside my inner circle, I should say. The information that's been coming to me in the past few weeks, my hands are tied on this one. I cannot speak about it right now at this time, but when the time is right and the time is proper, you will hear it from either me or from other sources. I will say that. For the folks out there who think in the past 2 weeks or so that I've been maybe a little bit angry or a little bit of aggressive in these live chats, I want to explain something to you folks. There's a difference between passion and aggression. The information that I've been getting from these extremely reliable sources with the confirmation of information, without saying the least, is beyond mind-blowing. It's beyond mind-boggling. It's very, very disturbing, extremely horribly disturbing, and I wish this information wasn't true. I really do. And there's been quite a few times every day in the past few weeks that I've asked myself, what the heck did I get myself into here? Because I always knew things were bad, but I had no idea how bad things were. And I had no idea how bad things were. And like I said, I've never even breathed a hint of any of this on any of these chats or in any posts or anything to anybody out there. If you haven't shared this yet, folks, please share this. So to those folks out there who think I was angry or upset the past few weeks, if you guys knew the information that's been given to me recently, yous would be even more upset. I need to explain this before we go any further. I don't think people understand the passion that I have and the love that I have for this town. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, folks. There is a lot going on behind the scenes. The homework and the research and the information and the people that have been reaching out to me, it's disturbing. And yes, it did get me to a boiling point where enough is enough and something needs to give here. And like I said, I would love to just come out and tell you folks, but I can't. I really cannot at this time. And I might not even be the one to tell you folks, to be honest with you. Our town needs help. Our town needs help bad. Our community needs help very, very bad. And when I tell you folks, I'm putting my life on the line for yous, this is not a joke. This is not a damn joke. I may be dead before this election comes. This is dead serious. There's people in this town that need help. This community needs help. And I give you my word that I'm doing everything possible to help you folks. Whether you believe me or not, whether you understand that or not, I'm doing everything in my power and above my power to help you folks. Some things are out of my control. Some things are beyond anything I can do to help. And like I said, I asked myself many, many times, what the heck did I get myself into here? I don't even think one man can clean up this mess, shall we win. And so if you think that I'm angry, if you knew the information that's been given to me, you want to vomit. You want to throw up. Because I have a lot in the past few weeks. I've had very sleepless nights. I've had to worry and I've had to think about all this. I've had to consider, is this even worth going on? I've had to sit there and think to myself, do I drop out of this race? I've had to think about it. Is it worth the benefit of myself and the risk of myself or my loved ones? And when I think about it, I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for every single one of you folks. So when you ask me, is it worth it? Yes, it is. If this is the way I'm going out, I'm going out. And That's what you guys heard in my voice the past few weeks. And for those who criticize me on it, you have no idea. You're not in my shoes. You don't know what I'm going through. You're not the ones putting it on the line. You're not the ones risking it. Maybe you don't have the love and the passion for this town that I grew up in this community that raised me. Maybe you'll never understand what it means to be 1-2. Maybe you'll never will. And like I said, folks, I don't apologize to anybody but myself for letting myself get upset and to show that to you folks, but I'm fighting with every single thing I have and doing all I can to help. And for those who got confused and didn't understand passion, I don't apologize to you, because you'll never know what it's like to be born and bred in Carteret, New Jersey, and to be raised in the town and what this town was like before, and to be proud of Carteret when every other town put you down growing up and you fought and you bled for this town. And you had respect when they used to call you the armpit of the world. When they used to call you the armpit of New Jersey, we still had pride. And even after everything that's been going on the past 16 years, there's still nothing but pride in my heart. I was born in this town, and I am going to die in this town. Even though me and Joan have a place in New York, I will always be Carteret from day one until the end. And I wanted to make that perfectly clear to you folks. To the people who reached out to me for help, I give you my word on my life. I will do every single thing to help you folks, to bring light to the dark that has been shadowed and covered this town for too long. We will bring them to justice. I promise you that. For all the folks out there who have been victims in every different way, I promise you, I am fighting for you. And I am asking you all to finally, once and for all, stand up. Not for me, for yourselves and for this community. It's time for it all to come out. No more covering things up. No more being on the take. No more being bought to be silent. It's time for everybody that was a victim in any which way to come up and stand up and speak up. It's time to let the rest of the residents know. Because the things I've heard and seen and read in these past few weeks is disturbing. And like I said, I've asked many times, should I get the hell out of this race? And it keeps coming back to the same answer. Never. Absolutely not. I wanted to get that out there, and I wanted to express that and address that right now. And for anyone out there who thinks this election is a joke, this ain't no laughing matter. This is dead serious. All dark. Everything done in the dark will come to the light. And folks, I tell you right now, the light is coming. The light is coming. There is a shine of light at the end of the tunnel that is hope. And that's what we're fighting for here, folks. And I pray to God you guys fight with me. I pray to God when the time is right, you guys fight with me. And I pray to God everyone that's been silenced or felt intimidated or scared to speak up, speaks up. Carteret, it's time to stand up for each other. It's time to bring the dark to light. And that is all that I can say about that. I'm not giving up. I see everyone's questions here. I'm not reading them just yet, but I will get to them in a minute. And like I said, please ask me questions. I'm not going to answer them right this time because there's two more things I need to touch and address before, but this is going to be a different show this week. This is going to be an open forum where you folks ask me questions and I will answer them to the best of my ability. We're not going to go over open requests. We're not going to go into the opposition on my side. If you have any questions, I will answer every single one to the best of my ability and the best of my acknowledgement that I possibly can. Hello to everybody. So, one thing I wanted to touch, we touched on the door knocking today. There's no script in front of me again, folks. One thing that I wanted to talk about that was brought to my attention today, and I saw it with my own eyes, was I saw the fire department today over there underneath the Turnpike Bridge, power washing the bricks over there for the Carteret Business Partnership to come in and to paint those bricks. First off, our firefighters are firefighters. They're not street washers. We have roads and parks departments for all that stuff. Roads department, I should say. Streets and roads. I find that a little bit dehumanizing to do that to the firefighters, to have them go over there and wash these bricks and roads. I know they've done it in the past, and at the request of their commander, or their chief, I should say. Our fire department is not there for that purpose. Our fire department is there to protect the lives of our residents. They're not there to wash the streets underneath the bridge so that your Carteret Business Partnership can come in and paint the bricks. Our firefighters, paid and volunteer, are brave souls that go out there and put their life on the lines. They should not be washing those for your entity that's not part of Carteret Borough. It's a separate entity, separate business that comes in and paints those bricks. And that's not right. It's not what our men and women are there for. And that needs to stop. I understand from speaking to quite a few residents that it's been over 1.5 years since they've done that, because engine 3 was hit by a car. The engine wasn't messed up, but the car was. And I find it very coincidental, the timing now that you guys do that you now put them back on the beat to go wash, so that a separate entity that's not part of the borough can come in and paint those bricks. People need to start asking questions. And here's one answer to the question. Is it because the fire chief is also the head of the Carteret Business Partnership? Does that not tell you folks double dipping in what is going on here? Does it? Because that's your taxpayers. That's your tax. Excuse me. That's your tax-paying money. You have the right to know, and you have the right to say that's not what we're paying our men for. It's not. But that's what they are telling their men to do. Firefighters aren't doing that by choice. They're being told that by their fire chief, who just so happens to benefit from that because he's also the head of the Carteret Business Partnership. I need a sip of iced tea here for a second, folks. I hope you guys are enjoying the weather. It's hot and sticky. Once again, please look after the seniors, the young kids, anyone with health conditions in this hot, sticky weather, because it's not so good. What color are the bricks being painted? The color bricks are probably being painted that same maroonish color again. You know, we can get into that over and over again. Carteret Business Partnership is a separate entity. A lot of the mayor's cronies are all members of that. A lot of councilmen's kids and stuff. Please, folks, if you share this, if you can share this, because it's going to be a different night tonight. We got Old Glory in the back there again. I'd like to say salute to all our men and women in the service that are going into the service, that have served, all the vets, everyone that will go into the service. Thank you for protecting us. So we touched on the fire department, washing the bricks over there. We touched on the door knocking. A buddy of mine I grew up with, lifelong childhood friend, we went to school and everything together, reached out to me today. I don't know if you saw the post about his 64 Chevy Impala SS that he bought, which happens to be a historical car. He bought it 3 days ago, and it was actually in a Naughty by Nature video as well. He bought it 3 days ago, and he has it in his driveway, his private property. And today he came home to the sticker on there telling him it's going to be towed after 30 days. He just bought it 3 days ago, and he's getting it completely, totally restored. He's putting a lot of money into getting this car restored. He was very happy and proud to get this car, and, you know, I think a 64 Impala is a beautiful car. In the words of Easy E, cruising down the street in my 6'4", and I hope to cruise in that car one day. So when he came home and he saw that sticker, he called Borough Hall to find out what's going on, the code enforcement unit, and they told him he doesn't have 30 days. He has 7 days where it's going to be towed. And I know this person very well, and this person's a fighter, and we're going to fight with you, brother, because I think that's wrong. You know, in Carteret, they like to make their own rules, as we've seen many times, many times before, and I think that's wrong. I think that's completely, totally wrong. That you're telling somebody they can't park a vehicle, whether registered or unregistered, in their own driveway. That's their driveway. That's their private property. I don't see what gives you the right to go on there to their private property and tell them what they can and cannot have in their driveway. After reading some of the comments from everybody, and there's people that have vehicles parked there for months, years, no registration. But I guess he didn't kiss up to the right people. So, Fred, I got your back, brother. I got your back. Well, it seems, looks our numbers are dropping. I'm not animated enough for them tonight, I guess. All right, you know what? With that, let's go to the questions. Any questions you folks have for me, please ask them. Any and all questions I will answer to the best of my ability. Like I said, we're going to do this a little different tonight. I actually wanted to come on and just talk about who I am as a person, not as a politician. Once again, I know some folks out there don't like me saying that I'm not a politician. And no, truth be told, I'm not. I'm a citizen that's fighting for the other citizens in this town. That's what I am. And even after we win, and they call me Mayor Gattuso, representing Team Carteret, I will still say I am a citizen fighting for the citizens. Or I am a resident fighting for the other residents. Let's get to these questions here. Hello to everybody that's watching. Hello to everybody that's sharing it, waving. Hello, Fred. Hello. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kathy. Howdy. Oh, since we're saying hello, let me say this. Hello, hola, konnichiwa, assalamu alaikum, ciao. Okay, let's get into that here. Howdy, everybody. Hello, my man Sam. Hello, Emily. Hello, everybody watching. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Jackie. Jackie says, can't hear or see anything. Can't see me? What am I, John Cena? You can't see me. All right, no audio. I'm here just fine. Audio's good, loud and clear on my end. Good, good, good. Hey, Fred. Hey, Tass. Jane, nope, still no audio. I think you got to shut it off and then come back in. Audio not working for me. Audio's good. How the heck I fixed that audio? I think Tina explained it right there. Close the app, reopen. Sharon says audio's okay. Emily, update the Facebook. Audio working for everyone else. Audio seems to be working for everybody else there, Tassie. Just you and Jane are seeming to be having that problem. Got the audio. Good, good, good. No problem. Thank everybody for helping out Tassie and Jane there. Thank you. Suzanne says, hey, Deb, my boola. Okay. Leroy, what's up? Hey, Fred. Debbie, hey, Suze. Hello, Debbie. Hello, LJ. Don't tell. Do tell, do tell. Now, Tassie, trust me. I wish I could tell right now, but I would love to tell you right now, but I can't. When the time is right, I will, or the parties involved will, or you will be hearing from other sources. That, mark my words. And folks, when I say bombs are going to be dropped, that's not just something I'm saying for you folks to just keep watching. They're going to be dropped. There's some ammunition we need to save, and there's some that we need to drop unsuspectedly. You know, I'll let you guys know, like I told you last week, I touched on it. On September 18th, the opposition is going to be putting out a newspaper article or advertisement about me and start their slander campaign. That's been verified from many, many sources. That's actually been verified to me from councilmen in this town. I'm not going to say which ones. Will keep you on your toes on that. But 2 council people came to me that are current active council people on Team Ryman, came to me and warned me about it to give me the heads up. because there's even dissension inside their own party. There's even some council people there that are ready to flip once we win because they're fed up of what's going on here. And I'm not going to say if those are people that are running or if those are people that are not running this year, but even his own council is sick of him. So start asking yourselves which ones are giving me this information. Preach, Fred. I'm not a preacher. I'm just a resident trying to fight for the other residents. More power to you. More power to all of us. Everybody watching there, is it okay, Fred? You can cry. We love you. Thank you. I love you folks too. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be putting myself through all this. That's all I can say about that at this moment. But thank you. Being threatened, I unfortunately cannot answer that question at this time, Rob. I can't answer that question at this time, unfortunately. How are you going to find out, or people threaten you? I can't answer that question at this time, but what I will say is this. Joe Queens, my brother from another mother. I feel group. I can't answer your phone call. Sorry, somebody just called me there. I can't answer your phone call right now. I will give you a call back after this. Am I being threatened, or are the people threatening me? I have to move on for that, but let me just tell you this. This is the way their tactics go. First they try to bully you. First they try to, and this is not Fergatuso making this up. This is real life scenarios of how things go. First they try to bully you and threaten you and discredit you and talk slander and trash about you. Then they may come and try to threaten you physically or your loved ones around you with intimidation. And then when that doesn't work either, they come and they try to buy you out with cash. We appreciate you, Fred. Thanks for all you do. Now, thank you, folks. Thank you, folks, for coming along with me on this ride and trying to fight the good fight with me, because I give you my word on my life. That's what we're trying to do. The same way I helped Sammy Ocean. Let me get into before I get any more questions. That's what I've been my whole life. I've been somebody that tried to help others. I'm not a fighter, but I'm a defender. I don't throw the first punch, but I will defend myself. I fight for people when I think things are wrong. When things were going wrong in the school I worked for with Sammy Ocean, for those who know me in real life, Sammy Ocean is my heart and my soul. He's the little Muslim boy who has special needs that I've been taking care of for the past 5 years. When things were going wrong in his school, I fought and defended for him and for all the kids in that school and for all the parents in that school. When I have friends that are gay and they were in California and they were going through the whole Prop 8 thing and they were being discriminated against, I fought up and spoke up against them. When I had people in the Me Too movement who were being discriminated against, I stood up and I fought for them, for all the victims. When people were fighting for truth and wanted information coming out about certain events and things that happened in the past in history, in our time, I stood up and I fought with them as well. When people come to me for help, I fight for them. And the reason I'm in this campaign is to fight and help you folks. When friends of mine that I know who are victims of domestic violence and even lost their lives to domestic violence, I stood up and I fought for them. Because myself, I've been a victim of domestic violence for 8 years. I don't touch on that much. I allowed myself to be a victim of domestic violence with an ex-girlfriend of mine. And I know what it's like to be a victim. And that's why I fight for others. And I want to put that out there to the people. Please take care of yourself. That's all we're trying to do. If things happen to me, they happen to me, so forth and so on. That's my destiny, but it's the ones around me that I'm concerned and worried about. Thank you, Fred. We were here for you, and I'm here for you, Sharon, as well. Tony Dominguez, thank you. You're doing one hell of a good job, Fred. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your service. Don't hurt yourself, Fred. Oh, Fred's... I'm not going to hurt myself. I'd be hurting myself and hurting the community if I didn't stand up and fight for you, and I just didn't and I just let things continue and didn't try to put an end to it. And this is not a BS, folks. There needs to be an end. There needs to be an end to it all. And together, me and you, working together, we can finally, once and for all, put an end to this. And let me tell you, folks, when this information comes out, either from myself or other sources, you're going to be sick to your stomach, the way I've been. Call the state and inform them about it. Rob, corruption is thick. Carteret stands behind you. Thank you, Emily. I stand behind Carteret as well. That's why I made it, you know. That's what the 1-2 NYG-12 stands for, you know. That's what I put my life on. Anywhere, anything I've ever done, I've represented this town. Whether music, whether art, whether poetry. With this campaign, everything I put my life on 1-2. I'm damn proud of this town, even through all the nonsense that's been going on. No, this is where it takes a village comes in. Yes, you're absolutely correct, Shane. This is where a village comes in, and this village needs to stand up for each other and also stand up for our future, for the kids. Because if we don't, you are putting your kids' futures in the hands of monsters. I cannot express that enough. These people are monsters. And that's putting it nicely. You're right, Jane. Please, folks, share this. If you don't share it now, share it later. But please, this stuff needs to get out. My God, I wish I could tell you right now. Frega Tuso for mayor. My brother Joseph Isil Pizucchio. I've known this guy for 22 years now. He is my brother from another mother. I would cut my arm off for my man. There's not many people in this world I would do that for. There's maybe 4 or 5 people, friend-wise. Joe, I would. To this day, I still can't pronounce your last name the right way, and you still can't write my name the right way, brother. I still love you, Joey Queens. We love you, Fred. Don't do it. I think you're talking about dropping out. Do it for us. Tassie, trust me when I tell you this. I am doing this for you guys. If this was just for me, I wouldn't want to put term limits. I wouldn't want to cut the salary in half. I could go make more money doing other things. But like I said, all darkness needs to come to light, and there needs to be an end to this once and for all. And you people deserve to have somebody fighting for you, not fighting yous. And that's what needs to come. Fist up, fist up. I'll throw a right fist up as well. Fred Gattuso for mayor. I feel your pain, Fred. Prayers. Thank you, Josephine. Where's Tony? Next question. Your fight the power. Elvis was a hero to most, but he never met. To me, is he straight up racist? The sucker was simple and plain. Blank him and John Wayne. All right, better start carrying a check. Your car every day now. Oh, trust me, we do. Shine the light, Fred Tassie. Trust me, we're shining that light. Give your info to the people you trust that nobody knows about. Yes, Rob, you're right. This little of Fred shine that light in our heads. Don't ever give up, Fred. Thank you, Tassie, for your beautiful words. And I'm not giving up. I want to make that clear. I'm not giving up. I'm in this to the end. I'm in this to win this, not for myself, for the residents, because there needs to be a change. And yes, it is time for a change. Change is a powerful word, and it's a powerful movement. And change can only come when the community works together. And we can make this change happen. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, unregistered. This is not about a party, folks. I've made that perfectly clear many times. There's people inside my own party who get upset with me saying that, but it's the God's honest truth. This is not about a party. This is not about party lines. This is not about what side you're on. This is about right or wrong. That's the only sides that matter in this. And I tell you this from the bottom of my heart, you're looking at the side that's fighting for right and fighting for justice and fighting for you. It's the God's honest truth. I don't care what your past, I don't care what your background. I care about us coming together and helping each other and helping our community and helping our town and showing our kids that you stand up to the wrongs. And the only way we're going to do that, folks, is everybody together. And I'm sitting here praying. I'm praying every night. I got people, friends and family members worldwide that are praying that this comes to an end once and for all. And we can make this happen. This is not a joke. Those people who said to me, this is a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a laughing matter. This is dead, dead serious. Christine, hello. Tassie, we're going to shine that light. We're going to shine that light, homegirl. Hope you get voted in. I don't live in Carteret anymore, but I was raised there. I don't like the change that have occurred there. Thank you, Debbie. Please, everybody, share the video. Tell your friends. Please spread the word for us. If you can, please help me in donations. Please reach out to me. Okay? We have the Fred Gattuso for Mayor Fund on the GoFundMe. Do we need donations? Yes, we do. We need them bad because I don't have the funds to battle these guys, but I'm going to do it tooth and nail with everything I can, grassroots style. If you'd like to donate, I ask you to donate directly to me, so you know that every penny you donate will go to the good fight and for Team Carteret and for the residents to help the residents. So, yeah, we do need help. I need volunteers. I need donations. I'm not somebody that likes to ask anybody for help, but I need donations. Contact me, please. I need people to come out and door knock with me. I need volunteers to help me in this movement, to help Fred Gattuso for mayor, and to help Team Carteret. And by Team Carteret, I mean us, the residents, working together. Even spreading the word helps more than you folks could imagine. Do you have enough to call in the federal prosecutor? We have to move on from that question. I'm sorry, folks. There's some questions I just can't answer right now, and you guys know me, hopefully, by now. For those who don't know me, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Fred Gattuso, and I'm running for mayor. And I'm the most open and honest politician you're ever going to... most open and honest person ever running for office you're ever going to see. I can't answer that question right now. Please understand when I say that. Okay, I have to keep that moving. Under that New Jersey Turnpike ramp, isn't that also New Jersey Turnpike's property and their responsibility? I believe you are absolutely 100% correct, Sharon. If I remember correctly, during the winter, when there was the bad storm and the mayor refused to have the people plow it there, he said because it's the Turnpike's responsibility to plow the bridges, but I guess now it's the firefighters' responsibility to wash under the bridges. Under those same roads you refuse to have plowed in a state of emergency, and God forbid if there was an accident. How would people get to Robert Wood Johnson Hospital if they needed to? Our firefighters work hard enough, are understaffed, and should not have to wash sidewalks. Kelly, I absolutely agree with you. And once again, I want to extend my gratitude and my thanks and my appreciation to every firefighter who puts, volunteer and paid, who puts their life on the line, going into these buildings to save lives, putting their own lives at risk. And I want to extend my gratitude and thanks to every good cop. And yes, I said good cop because there is some that aren't. To every good cop out there that puts their life on the lines as well. And to every EMT, to everyone that puts their lives on the line to secure the safety of the residents. And the understaffing of these departments is horrific. And that speaks volumes, I think, of what they think of you folks. They brought in a lot more residents and they did not staff us properly to accommodate those. Thank you to all who risked their lives for the residents and are fighting the good fight. Go federal. The Dictator is too connected to the state and association. I have to move on from that as well. What color were the bricks painted? I think I said that maroon. Jane says the weather sucks. She hates the hot. Me, I like spring and fall personally myself, where I could wear a hoodie and some shorts. You know, some folks were unhappy. I think it was you, Jane, busting my chops about am I ever going to take my my mayor's shirt off. I'd like to say there is new shirts in the works. New Team Carteret, Fred Gattuso for mayor shirts that will be coming out soon. Let's see here. But you were busting my chops, Jane, I think it was. So I wore a different shirt just for you. Fred, so excited to see many friends that don't live in Carteret but fought hard to expose the corrupt, failed Animal League. Watching, bravo. Josephine, I know you do a lot for the animals. You do. You're a warrior and you fight for the animals, and I applaud you for that. I absolutely do. Unfortunately, I've heard from many sources that certain people in the animal control, they made statements even they wish all the animals were dead. I've heard that from quite a few sources, and I think that's horrific. I'm all for the animals. I love animals. I love my little Buster. I miss my doubles every single day. My little nasty alligator snapper Turtlezilla, even though he would eat me in a heartbeat if he could. I love him as well. I've had him since the size of a quarter. He's a big beast now. But shout out to the animal lovers. Most likely they will be putting the shine gloss on it next. Yeah, probably. Karen Deep, this is terrible. Karen Deep, if you only knew how terrible it was. If you only knew. I remember me and you having discussions way back. You didn't believe a lot of the things that I said. Way before I even ever announced I was running for mayor. And soon enough, you'll understand even more how terrible it is. Looks like a clear coat to make them look shiny. Yep, yes it does. Sorry, Fred, don't have my glasses on. Okay, no problem there. Cough it out, Fred, get it up. Oh, I get it up, you know. That's years of abusing my lungs. Folks, if you're out there, don't smoke. It's horrible. It's a disgusting habit. I heard from several residents that the fire department hired a few new guys. What is this? Wait a minute. I have heard from several residents that the fire department hired a few new guys. I also heard that one of them is multiple DUIs. Whoa, among other possible issues. Since when is this allowed? Whoa, this is news to me. Do we know anything about this? Really? How could one possibly be a firefighter if they have multiple DUIs and other possible issues? Like, I'm guessing by possible issues, these are. How can one be a firefighter with multiple DUIs? How could you drive the fire truck? How could that even? How could you make the list? This is news to me, Sharon. I think this is something that we need to look into here. Does anybody out there have any information that can help us with that? Thank you, Sharon, for bringing that question up, by the way. I just want to pause on that for a second. Multiple DUIs, not just one, multiple. Would it put it past me in this town? No, it wouldn't. It absolutely wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past them in this town. A lot of cover-ups and everything that goes on. I wouldn't put it past them, and clearing of records and stuff like that. You know, let's paint a picture and a scenario here for our folks. Give you an example. Just a hypothetical thought. Maybe if people actually listen to scanners that go on in Carteret, you never know. Maybe you might hear of, say, councilmen that maybe were drunk driving, maybe on Carteret Ave in Cypress a year and a half ago, that got pulled over, obliterated, drunk, and instead of getting arrested like maybe you and me would, like normal civilians, maybe they get escorted home instead of actually getting arrested and brought down to the station. It's a scenario. Here's another scenario, maybe. Maybe some councilman years ago possibly could have smacked or hit their daughters in the face at a function, maybe say like St. D's, and nothing ever happened of that. But if it was you or me that actually did something like that, we probably would have been arrested. Maybe there's another scenario. Maybe some other councilman 10 years ago possibly could have, say, been at an establishment, say like a bar in Carteret or a restaurant. Say, let's say Kelly, since it's like the oldest, longest bar here, still here. Maybe they got so obliviated drunk that maybe, it's just scenarios now, that they could have taken their sexual organ located in the lower abdominal area and put it on the bar in public, with residents around, drinking, patrons of the bar. And anybody else, you or me, we would have been charged with that, but maybe those people got away with it in a hypothetical scenario world. Maybe some other council people in a hypothetical scenario kind of world, maybe they, let's just say maybe myself, a group of friends, could have been walking down, say, Carteret Ave, and saw them getting beat up by their spouse and crying for help. And maybe in a hypothetical world that me and my friends jumped in to say, help this council person get their spouse off them since they were crying for help. But I guarantee you their spouse didn't get arrested, but if it was you and me possibly beating up our spouse, we would have. These are things in a hypothetical world that they get away with, but yet in reality you and me would be arrested. So I don't put past them hiring somebody with multiple DUIs. If anybody has any more information about that, please let us know. Please let us know. There is an ordinance against cars being stored on property. Most every town had it, just selective enforcement. Even on your own private property, though? Does that sound right? Your own private property? They can just come up and walk onto your own private property and start... See, I think that's wrong. Me personally, I think that's wrong. If it's on the street, I understand that's one thing. But if it's in your own driveway, on your own private property, that's wrong. Jackie says she sees you now on my laptop. Oh, thank you, Jackie. So you switched from the phone to the laptop. We're on the phone, we're on the laptop, we're on the devices. We have the podcast, comes out in a couple days after this, maybe tomorrow when I switch over the audio. And yes, folks, I actually have started working on podcast-only episodes that are going to be coming out that aren't going to be live stream videos like this. I'm going to still always do these, but I'm going to have some episodes of the podcast that are going to be just podcast only. I've actually decided when I do my podcast only, it's going to be just about my platform that I've updated and revised from the one that I've released before in the past. And I'm going to do that just on the podcast so that I'm not distracted or anything by any questions or anything, and you folks can go back and listen to those anytime you like, all for free. Sat Shri Akla. Am I saying that right? Sat Shri Akla is hello in Punjabi. Oh, I got to remember that. Sat Shri Akala. Thank you, Karen Deep. I hope I'm saying that right. And wink to you two there. Jane Ken here. Looking forward to your win, Fred. Thank you, Karen Deep. I'm looking forward to the town winning. It's not going to be me winning. And I know I've said this before and stuff, but folks, when we do win, even regardless if I win or not, but if I do win, the plan is to ask Miss... She's going to get embarrassed and yell at me after this anyways. Love you, I'm sorry, but I would like to ask Andrew Jones to marry me on the day of the inauguration. Tassie, can you hear? Can you hear it yet, ladies? Let's all speak in third person, Jane. Laugh out loud. Every town seems to have a level of corruption, but Carteret has never, ever been at the level it's at now. Susanna, I cannot argue that. Boom, boom, boom. Drop those bombs, Fred. Tassie, they're coming. And like I said, we're going to keep them on their toes. We're going to keep them on their toes because these bombs that we're going to drop, they're going to make Hiroshima look minuscule. My own party doesn't know these bombs. There's not many souls I can trust with these bombs. Trust me on that. Just my inner circle, and that's it. And I'm not going to... we're going to move on from that. They're coming. Oh, they're coming. And you're not going to know when, and you're not going to know where, and it may not even be on this podcast, but they are coming. Trust me on that. It's a shame sitting council members are in fear of the dictator. Yeah, they are. And like I said, the two of them that I met this week, that we actually sat down and had a drink and a conversation together, they're actually ready to flip from the mayor's side. Like I said, I will not say if they are current ones or ones that are not running this year, but even his own council is sick of him. So that's God's honest truth. Scouts honor. Speaking of scouts, the scouts need new members, folks. If you know anybody who wants to be a scout, please contact me and I can get you in touch with Tom Cogan, who is the head of the scouts over there. He's been asking me every week to please get the message out there that they need new scouts, new recruits. He's the one who dedicated the flag for us over here for the podcast, so I can say thank you, Tom. You have a heart unlike the Tin Man. Oh, thank you, Jackie. It's actually my favorite movie in the world, Wizard of Oz, by the way. Second favorite is Goodfellas. Fred is the victim here. No, I'm not the victim. The victim is this borough. I like that shirt, brother. The victim is this community, and that's an understatement to say the least. If you haven't shared any of this, folks, please share it. Oh my God, we're almost on an hour already. Yes, he is, as well as others that have been victimized along the ride for speaking out, and it's wrong. The reason I'm not explaining what and who I've met and talked to and everything this week is because it's I can't, and things need to play out. And like I said, some of these things I legally can't talk about them. And when the time is right, I don't even know if I can, but they will be heard. And you will be... They're coming. That's all I can say. Hang in there, Fred. All the dirt will come out in the wash. Thank you, Deborah. Wow, that's a mouthful, Fred. Thank you there, Joe. I don't know what exactly part you're talking about. Cry on my shoulder, Fred. No, I'll thank you there, Tessie. I'm going to get yelled at from Joan later on about crying on this. I love you, Lovey. I'm sorry. That's... Oh, okay, I got you now, Joe. I got you. It's okay. Let it out. We love you. Thank you. Sharon posted the GoFundMe for Fred Gattuso for mayor.com. Yes, folks, again, I hate to ask anybody for help or any which way situation. Every dollar helps. And if you donate directly to my GoFundMe or to me, you're guaranteed every penny is going to go to the good cause and to this election and to helping myself and the residents in Team Carteret. Are you going to put anything in the old 7-Eleven in West Carteret? Also, what's with the palm reader next to the nail salon? A lot of activity going on in the back door. Oh, really? Really? I have no idea what's going on at the 7-Eleven, but the palm reader, really? Please, Harry, elaborate a little more on that. It's the first I'm hearing about any of that. You know, I have no idea about this palm reader thing. I know where you're talking about, but I would like to know what's going on at that back door. I would love to know. If you don't want to discuss it here, you can feel free to reach me, 732-501-6782, or message me, Harry. I'd love to talk to you about that. Any areas are heading into low water levels, and Carteret is washing sidewalks. The water is also a Carteret expense. Yes, you're absolutely right, Jane. This is our taxpayer money going to wash underneath the bridge. You know, and like I said, that's not our firefighters' job. And they're doing this because the fire chief, Mark Harushka, is ordering them to do this, and he is also the head of the Carteret Business Partnership. And isn't it coincidental that they're washing these bricks by orders of Mark Harushka that will then come in with the Carteret Business Partnership to paint those, which is a separate entity of Carteret, folks. Those little mailer things you're getting now with everything on there, the Carteret Business Partnership, the little thing about their breaking ground thing over there and stuff, that's all from the Carteret Business Partnership. That's not part of the borough. So now they're blatantly using groups, I'm not saying groups, I'm not saying the right way, departments of taxpayer money to benefit themselves. Does anyone else see a problem with that? That would be like the president using funds from, say, the FBI to repolish Trump towers in New York City. Does nobody see a problem with that? Does that not alarm and make you want to ask questions? Folks, you do need to start asking questions, not just me. I mean, I'll ask them for you and put them out there and get the answers for you, but you also need to ask questions. We need to stop being scared here, folks. Things are wrong. That'd be like Phil Murphy taking money from a seniors program and giving it to AT&T. Things are wrong here, folks. This is not right. I didn't want to say anything here, but you noticed the shirt looking good. Oh, thank you, Jane. I like this shirt. Joan always says I look good in blue. Thank you, lovey. Let's see. I also heard the same person was hired off a bilingual list, which was created just to get him hired. So what is going on? Oh, must be about in reference to the DUI guy. I think I need to ask a question after that one there, Sharon. What the hell is going on at the fire department? Maybe, just maybe, they should hire a fire director just like they hired a police director. What about those volunteers that have been on the list? Why were they passed up? For somebody who has 2 DUIs, or multiple DUIs, I'm sorry, and a criminal record there? Perhaps. And before we go any further, I want to say one other thing too. Speaking about people and things that are covering up and people that have been victims. For $19 an hour, you let them silence you? That's what I'm going to say. For what those monsters did to you, $19 an hour, you let them silence you? Oh, some other people are watching here. Some people unliked my page this week, I saw as well. We also got more likes in return of that. Put it on the bar, Fred. Put it on the bar. Is that... No, not me. No, that wasn't me. That was... We need a bigger bar. What was that, Jaws? We need a bigger boat. Namaste, my friend. Namaste. Namaste. I got my beads. I do my mantras. I even do my Krishna mantras every night. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Yes to the cars. It keeps me, the property, from becoming a junkyard. Most times the vehicles are allowed a few months, so the boats and motorcycles in winter can be out there, same as cutting grass and maintaining paint, etc. Keeps the property. Yeah, I'm not saying everyone's yard should become a junkyard, but I think the guy just bought the car 3 days ago and he's getting it restored. Come on now, let's give the guy a break. Mom sends her blessings. Stay strong. Thank you, and thank you so much, and my blessings to Mom as well. And we still have that date next year. We still have that date. Absolutely. Mary, hello, Mary. Hello, Mary. Again, much love to the Duval and Fontaine family, and rest in peace to JJ, Carteret superhero. Much respect. Will do. Thank you, Harry. Can we give an anti-performing center across the street the day of the dedication? Yeah, we can. Why not? Why not? They're spending taxpayer money to have this celebration, groundbreaking ceremony for this Comcast Spectra Theater thing that really the town's not going to benefit from it. Carteret Business Partnership is with their parking garage and everything across the street of it with the new apartments and whatnot. And they're using taxpayer money to do that all. Going to have to watch the replay. I missed the beginning. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Julie, we hope that you are having a good evening as well. And I hope everybody's having a good evening. We're about at the hour mark now. Those who leave your page are not your supporters to begin with. They're probably rhyming trolls. I've been warned from many different sources. There's a lot of things I'd like to say. There's a lot of things I'd like to say, but I can't. Politics is a dirty game. Let me explain this to you, folks. Politics is the most dirty game, dirty thing I've ever seen in my life. No, and many people told me this before I put my foot in it. You can never trust a soul. You can never trust a soul. when somebody is going to screw you over or backstab you, they're not going to come to your face and tell you. They're going to come with a smile and pretend they're your friend and give you a hug and pretend all that stuff. And history has proven that. Judas didn't come to Jesus and tell him he was going to stab him in the back. He broke bread with him and pretended he was family with him and then screwed him over. Brutus didn't come to Caesar and tell him, we're going to screw you over. No. He smiled at him, he shook his hand, then he stabbed him in the back. Sometimes things what you think aren't what they are. Sometimes when you think there's two sides, there's really one side, an olive branch controlling the two. And that's all I'm going to say. What more can we do together that is not being done to help you out? Kelly, you and the family have been extremely helpful and extremely supportive, and I have nothing but love for the entire App family. I'm going to see your son before he gets into the boot camp, and again, I thank him for his service. Please, folks, spread the word. Pass it around. Please pass the GoFundMe around. Like I said before, I need donations for this campaign going forward, because this is Fred Gattuso for mayor. This is Team Carteret. This is us working together. And like I said, any penny that is donated to my campaign, you know, will be going to the good fight and to the good cause and to helping the residents. I win, you win, we all win. Team Carteret wins. Team Carteret, me, the residents, we need to work together. That's the only way we're going to do anything here, folks. Otherwise, you know what you're getting. And if you thought it was bad before, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Because if you think they didn't care about you before, what do you think is going to happen once they get their pension? And I don't know if you guys saw the article we put up yesterday about the opposition's name is even in the article about, yeah, he's up for the running in case Menendez steps down. And if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't said the opposition's name once in this tonight. And I actually haven't said a curse word either tonight, too. So the folks who addressed me last week that I was cussing too much or that I was giving them too much attention, I refuse to say their names anymore. And after the information I found out, I refuse to shake any single one of their hands ever again. And don't anybody ever ask me to shake their hands ever again. I don't care how unprofessional people say that may sound, because I know where those hands have been. Unfortunately, that is so true. So, Kelly, to answer that question, what can people do to help? Please donate. Please come out door knocking with me. I need the help. I need the support. I need my team, Carteret residents, to come out and back us, because that is the only way that I'm doing this, and the only way that we are going to do this and win this is together, folks. Spread the word. Share the videos. Donate, come door knock with me, even an hour time. You have no idea how appreciative that is and how much we can get it done. There's no, like I said before, there's no rest. There's no break. There's no sleep. This is go time. You don't take a break in the middle of the 6th inning. You don't. This is go time. Every door counts. Every vote counts. Every door knock counts. Every moment counts. Every time. If you don't see me door knocking every day, I'm doing homework. I'm doing research. I'm talking to people. I'm getting information like you folks would never, ever imagine. There is no sleep. You see these gray hairs? I'm getting more by the day, but they're worth it to help the residents. I ain't even have time to get a damn haircut yet. I ain't sleeping for nothing. We don't sleep. We take naps with one eye open. That's what I do. What more can we do? How can they only open a few decks for Saturday when the other decks are not completed? Is that safe? That is a good question, T. So they're doing it on the parking deck? I thought they were doing it across the street at that big dirt mound that's been sitting there for years. I thought that's what it was. I could be wrong, really. And that where they're building the apartments around, that can't be safe at all. You know, I don't know if you folks know that there's a lot of drug addicts that need help and homeless folks that are sleeping inside those parking decks. They need help. Unfortunately, that is so true. Yes, it is. My typing stinks. Read what I mean, not what I type. You got it, Jane. You're busting my chops. I know you, girl. What is this? Wait, I was offered $40,000 for the corrupt animal league. I'm sure it was to buy me and own me. I said, no deal. Amen. Josephine, really? So they offered you 40,000? I'm confused. They offered you 40,000 for the corrupt animal league? Well, I'm glad you said no and you stood your ground and you fought. And I'm glad to know there's people out there that can't be bought. Unlike many in this town who have been silenced and put on the payroll to be silenced and bought so they won't come out with their information. Folks, is money worth more than your pride and respect? Because it's not to me. It's not. You're letting these people buy you, and you're letting them continue to do what they've done to you, to others. And you know who I'm talking to if you're watching this. Truth hurts, doesn't it? Kathy, thumbs up. Tassie, who's Judas? Is it Tony? Judas is the guy who ate with Jesus at the Last Supper. Is it Tony? No. Tony who? Tony, my nephew? Oh, you mean Gallo? No, I didn't say that. When did safety ever become a concern in this town? I heard they were opening a few decks for parking. Oh, okay, that's what you heard. No, I wasn't talking about Tony Gallo. I didn't say that. Next question. Is it the parking deck look on its time for change page? Oh. I'll have to look, Sharon, after we're done with this. Shout out to Tony Gallo and Regina Merritt, by the way, and to the Republican Party. Team Carteret, thank God we need more parking down here. It's about time. Or down there, it's about time. Is that being truthful or sarcastic? I'm confused. You know, they're kind of overcrowding that big time right there, Tassie. It's good. Think about that. Think of how much traffic it's going to be because of that new art theater and all the condos and apartments they're putting around there. As if we're not congested and crowded enough. For those folks who actually have to cross the Turnpike Bridge in the morning, if you think it's hell now, what do you think it's going to be when that's all said and done? Okay, we're on an hour and 7 minutes, I believe. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for tonight. I think that's good. I think that's a wrap. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that watched. Please share this video with your friends, family members. I thank you all for taking the time out of your lives and your busy schedules to have this town hall chat with me. Hopefully we all learn some things together here. Please continue to fight the good fight. Please continue to fight along with me. I am fighting for you folks. Team Carteret. That's right, Kelly. Team Carteret. That's you. That's me. That's the residents. That's all of us together. Please, folks. The only way we're doing this is together. Because ain't nobody else got our backs but us. And that's the truth. And that's the most truthful thing I could say right now. Amen. So on that note, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say namaste. I'm going to say assalamu alaikum. I'm going to say arrivederci. Everybody, please have a good night. Have a good week. We'll see you all next Monday. If anybody would like to come door knocking with me this week, please message me, either 732-501-6782 or send me a message on here. You can always call me through the thing as well. Stay strong, Fred. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. And Carteret, please stay strong as well. Because people from Carteret, we're a breed of like no other. And like I said, unless you were born and raised here, you have no idea what it's like to be Carteret. Any fly-by-night can come in here 2 months ago and think they know Carteret. You don't know Carteret, brother, sister. You don't know it. Unless it's in your heart, you have no idea what it's like to be Carteret. And I don't like that word Carteretian. I think it's foolish. I'm a Carter roughneck. That's right. I come from an era of Carter rough. Everybody, have a good one. I'll see you next week, if not sooner. Anybody wants to talk, anything, you got some information for me, anything out there, please, folks, reach out. We're fighting a good fight. We're going to shed light on all the dark. Trust me when I say it. We are, yes, no, actually, no, we. You, me, we are shedding the light on the good light, on the good fight. And when it all comes to fruition and it all comes out, it's over. We might not even make it to the election. Not meaning me. Everybody have a good night. I love yous. I respect yous. I thank yous. And please continue this journey with me. Fred Gattuso for mayor, Team Carteret. Have a good night, folks. Is that okay?